To say that things have changed dramatically since the first telegraph in 1844 is an understatement. Yet, how many realize that the telegraph was as revolutionary to culture as the printing press?
Well, the telegraph was truly a milestone in human communications. It was really the start of virtuality. We think of the internet as allowing us to communicate in this great cyberspace world, facelessly and thinly, and yet the telegraph, for the first time, the telegraph allowed human beings to connect across distance instantaneously, simultaneously. So although there were only two people or a bunch of telegraph operators along the line, it gave people this extraordinarily new power. And in fact, the telegraph operators of the time, who were both men and women, were flirting and chatting. They were playing checkers virtually, and their bosses had to keep a close eye on them because they were so taken with this new experience of getting together. There's a wonderful book called Wired Love, an 1890 novel. In it, two telegraph operators fall in love virtually, and when they get together, they're tongue-tied until he strings a wire across two rooms of a boarding house, and finally he proposes in Morse code. So bingo, we had virtuality more than 100 years ago. The importance of that is that these changes in our life have been building for a very long time. All that we're struggling with didn't come in with the BlackBerry or the iPod. So we need to look deeply back in history to understand what we're wrestling with.
Maggie Jackson is a journalist and the author of the book Distracted. Her greatest concern about media and technology is the effect they can have on relationships.
I would say that with respect to technology today, I'm most concerned that we are actually shifting for the worse the definition of what it means to be a human. If we are satisfied with the snippet relationship, with the faceless communication, even for our most intimate loved ones, then we stand a chance of roboticizing relationships. I think that step by step we can make our technologies return to their rightful places as tools. They're not panaceas, they're not lifestyles, they're not, I don't think, appendages. We're connecting on steroids, but what types of connecting are we creating? That's the question.